Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Belinda and I run this channel called SHESHOIS. And today I'm going to be talking about hair loss and alopecia and sister locks. If that's something that you're interested in, then keep on watching. Okay, welcome back. So I want to start this segment talking about hair. I have alopecia. So I have alopecia that is centralized in one area. So my alopecia is from here all the way down in the front area of my head. So I want to take you back to where my alopecia started and what happened. And I'm going to make a long story short, and I'm not going to give every single detail. I'm just going to try to bundle it up really quick to give you a glimpse into exactly what happened to me. So I went to get my hair braided at a place here in Indianapolis, and it was not a hair braiding shop that I was familiar with, but I wanted to go to one, but of course they were booked up, and you know how you plan to get your hair done, you think you're cute, whatever, you don't want to wait. We've all done that type of thing. And I went into a shop, you know, there are a dime a dozen all up and down the street, and I went into a shop where I had a checklist that I checked off because I knew that I wanted to look for some particular things. So I looked for the cleanliness of the facility. I talked to the hair braider. I made sure that she knew exactly what I wanted and that she could achieve exactly what I wanted. The chairs looked comfortable. They had Wi-Fi. They had a TV. They had all the above. So I proceeded to get my hair done. I was cute. Ha ha ha. I paid the lady. I was done. I was happy. I left out with a smile until I got home. So when I got home is when I really started to experience extreme itchiness. So I always experience some sort of itchiness when I get braids. So it wasn't unusual that I had some itchiness, but this did seem just a little bit more extreme. And I didn't know what to do because I had just paid the $180 and I didn't want to take the braids out. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to wait and see how I feel in the morning. So hours had passed, of course, since from the time that I got my hair braided to the time I actually got home. And then, of course, it was an overnight process. So the next morning when I woke up, I still felt just this itchiness, but it was really concentrated in this frontal area up here. So we're talking about my frontal here all the way to my ear, down here to my ears, just in the front. The back wasn't really itching as much, a little discomfort, but not as extreme as the front. So at this point, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What should I do? I'm battling back and forth. I just paid this $180. I don't want to take the braids out. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? So it was a weekend. So I ended up calling the immediate care. So the immediate care doctor was able to get me in right away, and she was like, come in and we can see what we can do. So I reached the medical center, and the doctor was not an African American. She was of Asian descent. So she asked me would I give her consent so that she could call her friend that's a hair professional so that he also could look at my hair via FaceTime. So I said, sure, you know. So she said, I think I know what it is, but I want to get an opinion of somebody that I'm really close to. I think he was a doctor too. Let me add that. He was a doctor too. She wanted to get his opinion because he was African American. So he knew more about African American hair. Now, mind you, this is not a hair doctor. This is not someone that specializes in that that practice, this was like a general practitioner because I went to the immediate care. So let's clear that up as well. So she videoed him and they were talking back and forth, and she sat down with me and said, this is what has happened. So she proceeded to tell me that my hair was okay everywhere except in the front because some dust mites had got into the hair. Now, can you imagine my face when she told me that? So I sat there and let these people put dirty hair in my hair, all because I did not make sure that the hair came out of a package. So what she said was, most likely what happened is they were improperly storing the hair, meaning that it was not kept in a sealed package and those type of things. Because when you go to the beauty supply stores and different things, the hair is enclosed in a plastic bag so that it, for one, it keeps dust and dirt and all that stuff out. But also if an insect or something gets in there, they won't be able to live inside of that plastic bag. Even if they do get in there, it will kill them off. So she said most likely this hair was just sitting somewhere and had got dust mites in it, and the dust mites attached themselves to the hair, and then they put the hair into my hair, and it ate my front area out of my hair. So she diagnosed this as alopecia because it's not going to grow back. Now, at the time, I didn't realize that it wasn't going to grow back because she said it may or may not. She doesn't know. It looks pretty bad. I mean, my hair was like red and it was raw and it was just in the front. So, of course, I went home. I was crying. I was distraught. I didn't know what to do. I felt ugly. I felt defeated. I felt deceived. I felt like, you know, I wanted to just, oh my God, my hair. So a woman's hair is her crown and her glory. So I felt like this is it. Now I'm going to be walking around here with no hairline because it was really bad in the front. So she gave me some Benadryl and some other type of medicine to counteract the reaction that I was having to the dust mites being in my hair. So she told me to take the medication and that I needed to follow up with my primary care doctor and maybe a doctor that specializes in skin, hair, nails, all of that. I can't even think of the term of the doctor right now. It's escaping me because this is taking me back to a place that I don't like to really talk about. So I'm doing this video because everybody is talking about the Jada and Will situation that just happened, and I'm not going to get into hitting and all of that, but I do want to discuss the alopecia portion of it. So with me having alopecia, I had several friends reach out to me and ask me how I felt about having alopecia and what I felt about the situation in that point or that segment of the Oscars when they were talking about it, because it's a sensitive subject to me. So I let them know that when you have hair loss, and I'm not considered old, I'm not young, but I'm not old either. And when you experience a hair loss of any sort at any time in your life, it's a traumatic experience. So are you able to live with it? Yes. But do you have feelings of, oh my God, I don't want anybody to know. If the wind blows, then my hair is going to be exposed in the front, or I can't get this hairstyle because my hair is gone in the front, all of the above. So the way I deal with this is I tell people that I have alopecia, if not just randomly, but like my friends and family know that I have alopecia, and I really don't have any edges. So, of course, there's a lot of jokes out there about snatching your edges or something going on with your edges. We all make jokes about the edges, but it really is a sensitive subject to somebody that is experiencing hair loss, whether it's edges, whether it's in the middle, because a lot of people go bald here, or wherever your hair loss is. It is a traumatic experience if you are in the midst of it. So I'm here to tell my story because I want people out there to know that you can live with alopecia. I have locks. I was able to get locks. So the treatment plan that I went on, now let me also back up. I waited 3 years before I went to seek treatment. So don't ask me why I did that. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. I tried to fix it on my own. I bought every hair product on the market to try to regrow that area of my hair myself because I didn't want anybody to know. So when I say I told my family and friends, that wasn't day 1. That was day 365 times 3 is when I really let people know that I had alopecia. So at that time, I did find a doctor that dealt with hair, nail, skin disorders, and he tried to put me on a regimen, but basically the process that I went through did not work. So I was getting injections, and he also was giving me medication, more like, I think it was more like a beta blocker to do whatever it needed to do in order to open up my follicles so that hair can actually go through there. So actually, when I did go speak with him as well, and I'm kind of all over the place, he told me, recommended me to stop getting perms. So when I did get the braids, got them braids out, I had a perm at the time. So I was able to wear my hair in different styles, swooping it over, all of that, until the redness and all of that kind of subsided. And then after that, you know, I didn't feel like any of my other hair was affected. You can see that none of my other hair is affected. So I was able to basically continue on with life as normal. I just didn't have my edges. So I was able to camouflage it with the rest of my hair, so on and so forth. Similar to what I'm doing now. So, fast forward 3 years after the incident, he told me that I had to stop getting perms because that is going to really damage more of my follicles. So I did go natural. I went through that whole process of going natural. Then I landed upon Sisterlocks. So I've had my Sisterlocks now almost a year, and I'm just here to let you know that you can get Sisterlocks or do any hairstyle if you have alopecia. So I know most of you probably want to see my edges. I'm not ashamed of it. I have made posts and I went through many different hairstyles and all of that. So I am going to reveal my edges to you. I'm putting myself out here to the world again because I want somebody to be in a better spirit and a better position, and to let people know, like I said, that you can get locks even if you have some form of alopecia. Like I said, my alopecia is centralized to the front, so it does make my process a little easier, but not the greatest because I can't wear hairstyles that go off my face. So on this side of my hair, it's not as bad. I do have these little areas here, but there are spots that doesn't have hair. And my hairline, I'm turning gray now, so you can kind of see that. But my hairline is not so bad. But the biggest bulk of the hair loss is on this side. Oh my God, my earring is stuck. The biggest bulk of my hair loss is on this side, and I basically don't have any hair here. So I do depend on this black gel. Let me show you. I get this 24-hour colored edges. I'm trying to get it to focus. And I used to rely on this heavily, but now more so I just put this on if I feel like it's gonna be to where my hair may blow or something like that. And I basically just put it there so that if my hair was to go back, you're not just seeing skin. Because people, I don't want anybody to say anything to me about my hair. I already know it's gone. You don't have to give me any remedies, any suggestions, or anything like that. I already know. I've tried it all. It doesn't work. It's not going to grow back. And I've accepted it. So, it is what it is. But I'm still bad. I'm still cute. Nobody knows. All of that. It's just something that I have to live with. So I do suggest this or something like this, like a black edge control. But you have to be careful with the edge controls because a lot of them have oils in them and it will run and get all over the place and it transfers on everything. So I do like that brand. I dropped it. But let me know in the comments if you have any other questions or any other concerns or anything about alopecia. If you're experiencing alopecia or anything like that, just let me know. I hope this helps somebody because this is a journey. Well, the hair journey is over for me. I live with it every day and I hope that you have a great day. Please subscribe, share, meet me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. And stay tuned for the next video. Bye-bye.